Bradley will take gruel in any flavor he can. Can we switch to the, perfect. The gameplay cam here. Looks like both players are keeping 7, and we're off to the races. Mount and go, says Eugene. No backup agent on turn 1 this time. Trevor says, oh yeah, well, Island go. Take that. And there's the Hope Light on 2 again. That is
definitely the start you want to see is your Boros backup deck.
So let's see if Trevor maybe leaves up Smite mana here. Nope.
He's going to tap out for a Sunless Guardian.
Which does block at the moment.
Yeah.
We also know that Eugene's running at least one coming in hot.
Nice, okay. So there's an Invasion of Regatha in Eugene's hand.
Okay. Which is not doing too much now, but he's just gonna
cast it.
Running out to hit Trevor down to 16.
Yep. Hit Trevor down to 16, put a damage on that Sunblessed Guardian, but not looking to trade off for the Sunblessed Guardian yet and just leave nothing on board. He'd rather hold this off for a backup creature. That's going to happen at hopefully some point soon.
Okay, I thought Trevor had just passed there, but no,
Plains, and then a Steal from Existence going to take out the Hoplite. I mean, you got to be feeling pretty good from Trevor's side getting that card out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many broken draws that can come.
Especially Eugene definitely has the support for it too, and then he attacks Eugene down to 18 with the Sunblessed Guardian as well. Oh, and there's a rare.
A Rampaging Raptor from Eugene going to come in and
so he hits Trevor down to 12, and it also moves the invasion down, unless he just missed it. Raptor, I believe, does hit the invasion as well as the player, right?
Yeah.
Like the Questing Beast effect.
Yeah, so maybe just a missed trigger there from Eugene.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing here. Okay.
Did they miss that? Yeah. Is it a missed trigger?
Is that a trigger? It's not a game state thing.
Let's ask Vincent. Vincent.
Yeah. So yes, I think.
Okay, we've got the judge in the house now.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and resolve this here. It looks like when that Rampaging Raptor was supposed to deal damage to that battle, but we have Vincent, who is playing in our finals, but is an L1 judge in the area, going to resolve this call here.
Hopefully, we'll not let his biases come into play here on this judge call.
But this is probably something where I think it could be resolved. Okay, so if it is a triggered ability, as Bradley's saying in chat, then it might just be missed.
You're able to miss it then? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it might be just it's state-based.
It's whenever it deals combat damage, right? So that's triggered?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
It's beneficial trigger, yeah. I'm wondering if it's the thing I was wondering that I think Vincent's talking about here is if it's something that both players have to be wary of, but
yeah. I think the ruling is that Trevor doesn't have to, it's not.
That's why I'm wondering if it's. So it looks like we're just going to move on here where it was missed. I think both players may have just missed this.
Yep.
And the turn was, we've already gone through a turn and we have not,
Yeah, okay. So Invasion of Regatha still sitting at 5 there.
Yeah.
And we've got an Invasion of Belanon.
Belanon from Trevor.
And an Omen Hawker. So using up the mana nicely here. We did see a fair amount of incubation from Trevor's side, so that Omen Hawker.
This would be interesting because with the Omen Hawker, Trevor can actually flip up that Sunblessed Guardian next turn if he chooses to.
Yep.
But this Rampaging Raptor is going to come in for more damage.
Did he attack there? No, he didn't.
This tournament's not at. These aren't at Comp REL.
What's the plan with the Dream prizes?
Oh, I handed them out to the first pod that finished. I'm doing pack per win, and winner of the pod gets a free copy.
Yeah, those are going to be done soon. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want my booster packs.
Yeah.
So a red cap heel cutter putting a counter on Rampage Raptor. That Raptor went and attacked the Regatha, which flipped it.
So it looks like
and passed back to Trevor.
So it looks like it didn't end up mattering because 5 damage got through this turn.
Right.
So
And then Trevor's gonna just flip up this Alabaster Host, or no, Order of the Mirror into an Order of the Alabaster Host. But
so yeah, it
we're
didn't.
under some pretty serious pressure here.
Yeah, the last mistrigger didn't matter because the invasion would have been on 1 either way.
Right. So, granted that mistrigger was nothing super important.
So what is Trevor's plan here? Is the plan to
Also,
block?
I think Trevor might be at 7 here. I'm looking at Eugene's dice. And that attack last turn for 5. All right, so a Hanger Scrounger from Eugene is going to back up onto this red cap heel cutter.
Trevor passing with Smite mana up. Yes, Walrus Hunter, I understand that it always matters, but in terms of the game state did not change.
Yeah,
But thank you for that. And it looks like Trevor's just going to scoop it up here. I assume that's not Eugene scooping up there. Looks like we've got
I hope
we've got plenty of
XCP
Eugene
that you're
fans in the chat
yeah.
here.
I would hope XCP that you're a friend of Eugene.
Eugene mentioned to me that he had a wife, so it's very, very possible, though not guaranteed, that this is the same person.
If I brought any viewers for my Twitter following that are pro Eugene fans here. Oh my! Yeah, what were we saying here? Okay.
Either way, though, Eugene has definitely been the fan favorite. Eugene has clearly been the fan favorite of the chat so far. Yeah, I think if we could just keep it family friendly from this point forward, though. Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's we can be fans of Eugene, but let's keep it PG over here.
As far as I know, we never had any.
all good. But Eugene up a game here over Trevor.
I didn't see. Did anyone do any sideboarding here?
Not that I saw. I mean,
No. Yeah, it looks like Trevor's definitely citing a few things in here.
Serial Killer's putting up some pretty good work here, being 3-0, and then Eugene being up a game over here. And looks like our other 2 matches are still pretty deep in their game 1s.
So we've got Matt going up against Dave's. Was he also Simic?
I didn't see. It looks like Matt has Islands and Plains in play.
No, Matt was definitely Simic. I think he's splashing for. I think
No,
Matt's.
Eugene got that game 1.
Eugene's deck is fast and scary, man.
Yep.
It is. Definitely is.
He.
That Rampage Raptor doing a lot of work that game.
We didn't even see that in the first match.
Nope.
We just saw like
First time, yeah.
hoplite into flyer or hoplite into double striker. You know.
It definitely
Fearless
seems. It definitely seems like if a Raptor gets opened in a pod, then it gets to the red player.
The Morris player always.
It seems to, yeah.
The last 3.
That's been
the last 3 team drafts
yeah,
of this format that I've seen.
years in my
Yeah.
last few team drafts. That was exactly
we
the
played 2
case.
team drafts in a row where our team lost, where our opponents had Hoplite,
Boros decks with
Voltaire and Thrillseeker and Raptor.
Yeah, I mean it's a deck that you can mostly build.
Looks like I heard that card's pretty good, Bradley. So looks like Trevor's going to mulligan.
This was Walrus Runner, this was before your stellar performance with it, so I just had no idea. You know. We're still on 7 here, right? Bradley or Trevor's just taking a long time to deal out here.
I couldn't see if he mulled.
Or did he mull? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
So
we'll
I was
find out.
mistaken in round 1. We were saying that Angelo went to 5. He actually went to 4 in game 2.
Okay, so it looks like there was no mulligan from Trevor.
No mulligans.
Eugene is going to take a mulligan.
Okay.
Trevor was just still shuffling up.
But yeah, Angelo lost game 1, started game 2 on the play with 4 cards in hand.
Yikes.
And Eugene just had an awesome curve out.
Yeah. Hard to beat an aggro deck on 4 cards. That's for sure. So it looks like the other 2 matches are still in their game 1s.
Eugene doing a
While
quick
Eugene
pile
shuffles
shuffle
up
here.
here, I'm actually going to go take a quick look at their board states real fast.
You
see
got
what's
it.
going on.
Curious to see what Trevor will have sided in here. I think we saw him siding in multiple cards for game 2 here. I wonder if he's... I have to imagine that he would be main decking those Elspeth Smites, especially knowing what he's getting into here against Eugene's crazy Boros aggro. See it coming in hot. We see the Raptor. And we see a 1-drop. I think that's a keepable hand. And he's shipping a land.
Those games are still pretty going on. Angela was facing down a Flitherona, and Matt was facing down a pretty stacked board from Dave, but he just played a Modi into a Mutagen Connoisseur. So we have a Tarkir Dune Shaper start from both players here. Then just an Island and Pass from Trevor. Mountain from Eugene.
So I saw Eugene's hand. He's got the coming in hot, ready to go to potentially win this
Dog
combat, this dogfight, a jackal fight, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
He also has the has the Raptor.
Just pass, so Trevor's going to play a land here and play a Phyrexian Awakening, which is definitely one of his better cards in the matchup, I have to imagine, right? Just a 4/4.
It's a nice body
I mean,
to get in the way here for sure.
we do see an Alabaster Coast Intercessor in Eugene's hands, and maybe that at some point I can take out the token, but Eugene's just going to play a Hanger Scrounger here, back up on the Dune Shaper.
Makes it a
and
2/3.
Think about discarding and trying to draw.
You're banned. You're banned from everything.
No, you're banned.
Our lead commissioner handing out the ban hammer
The dreaded ban.
behind us here.
All right, so Eugene's going to discard an Alabaster
Ooh,
Coast Intercessor
interesting.
here.
I mean, it is a
He
little
must feel like
clunky in this position.
He
Yeah.
must feel like that 2 mana to cycle that card is pretty expensive, and Trevor has some pretty good.
You'd probably just
pressure.
rather have the lands to be able to cast like
Right,
the rampaging
either like a
raptor.
cheaper spell or a land.
And it looks like he has 2 planes, so maybe he doesn't need a third. He just needs mountain number 2 for Raptor
Yeah, we do see there was a Stoke Flames in his hand.
and a Raptor. Yeah.
And Trevor actually, playing a pretty good fight here. Like, one thing about Trevor's deck that I think is good in this matchup is he has double Knight of the Coalition of the new coalition, so he can some pretty serious.
Really
blockers in
clogs
play.
up the board. Yeah.
Right, and Eugene, I don't know how many ways he has to really get around a cloud board state. So he's going to pay 2 life here down to 18 and flip up this Tarkir Dune Shaper into a 5/4.
I believe both players are at 18.
Did he
now?
take 2 last turn from the Tarkir Dune Shaper, I guess?
Yeah.
So a land from Trevor.
I have to imagine we would like to get this 4/4 online here this turn.
Start getting in. I mean, I'm sure he, because
I
he
don't
has,
even know about getting in, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, because he has his own Tarkir Dune Shaper in play, I can't. I mean, he's probably pretty fine to trade this 4/4 off for opponents. Dune Shaper. potentially.
But if he pays 2 mana to flip,
He can't flip the Tarkir Dune Cheaper this turn, but
yeah.
he'll have it for a later turn. So he's gonna flip up this.
Oh, it does have
4/4
vigilance thanks
and-
to the awakening as well. Okay.
Eugene's gonna take 4 here down to 14. Yeah. Eugene's going down to 14.
Ooh,
and
and then
then
convokes a
Thunderhead
Thunderhawk Squadron.
Thunderhawk Squadron.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. I forget what it's called.
Literally hard, literally impossible to know.
Yeah.
Which is going to help him start winning this race too.
Yeah, I mean,
If he's got a 4/4 vigilance
Trevor is
on the
definitely
ground.
pulling pretty far ahead here.
Yeah. So we've got an attack here. It's a 5/4 trample. I have to imagine Trevor's just going to let this go. No, he's offering a trade.
Because he has the these 2/2s and this Dune Shaper and the Flyer, I think he's okay with this trade. But coming in hot is going to get
We're going to scry one here.
and first strike damage is going to kill that 4/4.
Card did work in the first match we watched.
Scry on top from Eugene, so he found something that he liked.
Likely a mountain, if I had to guess.
Right.
I know he has Stoke the Flames in his hand, which is good with which he can start casting with this Hanger's Grounger and Mountain.
The Raptor is double red as well.
Right. Is that, do we see that?
He has that,
Okay.
yeah. All right, looks like Trevor's coming in for
We with the team for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
potentially. We can trade off one here and take 6 down to 8.
I don't
for
mind even
Eugene.
trading. If we're going to trade, I don't mind trading for the Dune Shaper. Just to give you
It's a bigger threat in the long game,
long
yeah,
game,
for sure.
But in the short term, Eugene's taking 6 here down to 8.
And plays another knight to clog up the board some more.
Yeah. And Trevor had to feel pretty great about this board position.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is mountain.
he's presenting lethal.
It is second mountain here.
Probably, and this is, I think, a reason why Trevor has maybe an advantage in this matchup is that with these naive coalitions,
Scrounger in hand.
right? With these naive coalitions are going to just, essentially just clog up the board, so Eugene can't get any damage. But with his flyers, and he can just pressure so much on Eugene's lentil that he just get in a big attack one turn and win the game.
So I wonder if we play Raptor here and commit to taking 3 more. Yeah, we're just going to take 3 more from the squadron in the air in
Can
this
Trevor
turn.
present lethal here? 3 gets in, he goes to 5. He blocks 2 creatures and takes 4 to 1 if he flips the Dune Shaper.
He would be taking
So I would assume if he flips Dune
5.
Shaper.
He would be taking 5 down to 3.
Well,
here.
if he flips up Dune Shaper, the Raptor can block the Shaper, or Shapers can block Shapers. Raptor can block a 2/2, then he would take
2, 4,
7
7.
2, 4, 7 down to 1.
Down to 1. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And now that Flyer is lethal next turn. Or he's not yet. He's not at 1 yet, but we're thinking that could happen here.
I was thinking he must exile or something.
He did not flip the Dune Shaper before moving to combat.
Or I think he's thinking about what his attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, we haven't moved to combat yet.
I mean, as it stands, Eugene would be going to if Trevor just did nothing and attacked with everything. As it stands, Trevor or Eugene would be going to 2, I believe. 3, 6, so or 9. Sorry.
Got JD on the 1s and 2s, who is
Yeah.
very eager to change these life totals.
Okay, but Trevor's going down to 16 here. That's happening. To pay for this Tarkir Dune Shaper to flip up. I think he's probably just going to get in the red zone with everything, is my guess. Yep.
Very emphatically pumping all of his vigilance creatures
I
forward.
can imagine that Raptor might be trading off for this 4/3, and then we're just gonna
Taking a
trade
value
up Dune
block.
Shapers here.
Yeah. And that would be 7 down to 1, like you said. And he does have the Stoke to deal with the squadron in
He
the
does.
air.
He can deal with the squadron next turn, but the question is, will he have enough time?
Yeah. He would
And
also
has a Surge of Salvation. That doesn't help him from.
no. He would also need to put another blocker into play, it looks like. Oh, there's Elspeth's Might. There's the Surge. Okay.
But Smite only deals 3 damage when his creature's a 5/4, right?
Surge gives it hexproof, right?
Right. Why would Trevor cast Smite there?
To deal the last 3 damage.
Make a trade.
But the one they trade already because it was a 5/4 and he had a 4/3?
He put the Raptor in front of a 2/2. So
he's smiting the
2
Raptor.
damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought he smited the...
Yeah.
All right,
So we
hanging
do have
scrap.
another blocker here, and we do have.
Forward. He hasn't gotten any life more total down, and his board's going off.
So I didn't see what... So Trevor...
Eugene's
at 1
down
now,
to 1
actually.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So it looks like, I mean, Eugene, if all goes well, Eugene can stoke down this Thunderhead Squadron and then eat up these 2/2s. But Seal from Existence, I think, is going to win.
That's
the game
probably
here
gonna do
for
it, yeah.
Trevor here.
He can stoke in response, but then he only has 1 blocker for
Right,
2
this is
knights.
This is pretty brutal for Eugene because he can't actually use his creatures now to cast stoke. Before.
Yeah, we're gonna go to game 3 here.
We're on
Okay.
game 3, and Angelo's up a game.
Okay.
On the other end of the table.
Angelo up 1, all right.
Okay. So Team Chump Blockers might be rallying
They're
here
rallying back,
a little
yeah.
bit.
We're around 3.
I mean, if the serial killers only get 2 wins of this match, they win the entire
Yep.
draft. But
So yeah, pretty crucial for the Chump Blockers on the right side there. Not to give up another match here.
I mean,
Hopefully even things up going into round 3.
at the worst case, they lose all 3 matches and they're at parity for round 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Best case, if they just win 1 match, all they have to do is win 1 match in round 3 to win the whole draft.
Yeah. Serial killers on the left still sitting in a very, very good dominant position for now.
I mean, I think I don't think I've ever played a team draft where my team has started off 3-0 and we've lost.
Right?
It's pretty rare.
It's
that
pretty rare.
happens.
It's pretty tough.
So, all right, players going to be shuffling up here for game number 3, and we'll see what happens. I mean, Eugene's going to be on the play here. He wasn't the play for game 1. Was able to have a pretty fast draw with the Hoplite Regatha and the Raptor, which got a lot of work done.
Mm-hmm. He told me I believe he's playing 6 1-drops in this deck or something. So I think even being on the draw, you can still start building up a pretty good board state from if you're able to consistently get a 1-drop on 1 and essentially make your opponent feel like you went first.
And from this match, we know that even though Trevor is a blue-white deck, he's not so hyper-aggressive where he's trying to win the game fast. He actually has really good inevitability against Eugene's deck because he has double Knight of the Coalition, double Seal from Resistance. He has ways, and Transcendent Message, so he has ways to stem the bleeding from Eugene's side and draw ahead of him. That's kind of Trevor's goal. The way that Trevor loses these games is like how we saw in game 1, where Eugene flips a battle, has a Raptor in play, is dealing damage, and is like pulling ahead on board before Trevor can really interact with him.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Also, if he's able to also if he's able to just put some, put some backup counters on some stuff, have a coming in hot, just like have profitable attacks that Trevor can't respond to. It's just if he can just
A rough opening hand from Eugene. Triple Mountain, double Enduring Bond Warden, double Halo Hopper. And he's going to keep... Did I miss something? It's an aggressive keep.
he keeps it.
That wasn't hidden information. I think we're...
That's
The fact that it was surprising maybe wasn't supposed to be.
wait, what did we see? What did he keep?
Double Enduring Bond Warden, double
Yep.
Halo Hopper, triple Mountain.
With no planes? Oh, I see.
That's a
Wow.
little too aggressive for my liking.
Definitely wants to
It
go
does,
faster
yes.
than that.
But I mean, if you're on the play and you're just presenting a 3-2 on turn 3, Trevor has to feel pretty great.
Trevor is, I'm sure, very happy that he's able to take a turn off essentially to cycle
Right.
this intercessor
With Trevor's deck just having
without taking any damage.
Trevor's deck just having 2 Knight of the Coalition, a card that makes, a token that blocks this a Halo Hopper is pretty great from Trevor's side. So
Yeah, let's see if
but I mean, also Trevor didn't really have a fast start either. I mean, he's not putting anything into play until turn 3 potentially here. So some slower draws.
and he's also light on
there's
light on
too.
3-drops. So yeah,
He's gonna tap out
awakening.
for Awakening
Yeah,
here.
okay.
That's good.
I mean,
But
luckily, I mean Trevor's draw did seem a little slower here, but no planes for
he will be taking 3 here.
Eugene. Yep, he's gonna take 3 down to 17.
Trevor just play the dog and then play the Bond Warden and play another Halo Hopper.
So no planes found, just another hopper.
He has no planes. So yeah, awkward staring down
So
triple white
this-
card in hand. He got that dog in him.
So he does have the first strike backup card in hand, which would allow another attack next turn if he draws land number 4 here. And he does
Hoplite,
not.
No planes still from Eugene.
Okay.
I think he has a hanger scrounger though, so at least he can actually.
So he can still get an attack in.
If he
yeah.
does have a hanger scrounger, he can at least get an attack in and try and
dig for the planes.
dig for a plane.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't tell if that's in his hand, but I think I saw it. But he really needs to find some way before Trevor starts pulling ahead here. But Trevor just flipped up his Phyrexian on turn 4, and no fourth land though from Trevor's side.
Why would he feel like he has to do that not at instant speed?
Did he have 4 damage?
I'm not sure. No, he. Oh yeah, he is. It is vigilance. Yeah.
So
I think Eugene's at 16 actually.
So no play here from Eugene. Just passed it back.
With no planes. Oh, I think it's a heel cutter that might be his red card in hand, not a scrounger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before.
And Trevor's just going to take this hit and go down to 12 here.
Or Eugene's down to 12.
Or
yeah.
Eugene's down to 12, sorry.
Yeah. Land and pass, so no
This has been
coalition.
a very awkward game here. I mean, and with another white card, Eugene can't cast any of his spells. And, I mean, this seemed like a pretty aggressive keep to keep double Bond Warden, double Hail Hopper with triple Mountain as your opening hand.
Yeah.
And not much that Eugene can really do here. And unfortunately, you really need to have good fast starts against decks like Trevor's because Trevor has the ability to start pulling ahead here.
Yeah,
So
we're just passing back.
passing the turn, and nothing,
also doing nothing?
nothing on Eugene's end step.
Sorry, you're fine.
Trevor gonna bash in here again with this incubate token to put Eugene down to 8. And then Trevor gonna follow up here with an Eyes of Jutaxius. So Eugene's down to 8. Trevor following up with an Eyes of Jutaxius here, and I wonder if we found a 5th land to represent flipping that incubate token this turn.
I would guess. Oh,
Looks
he
like
did. Okay, great.
So Trevor found his 5th land.
Okay, that's pretty
And
huge.
a 4th mountain here.
Okay,
for
so we
Eugene.
do get to play the heel
He does get to
slasher.
play red cap
Can you-
heel slasher.
Do you even get to attack here though? I don't think you do. I think you just have to.
Self, right?
The problem, I mean, he could put the counter on Halo Hopper.
I don't think so. I think you put it on a hopper so you can block the 4-power Phyrexia.
Yeah, no attack here. I mean, Eugene's at such a low life total as is that he can't really afford to even attack here with a Halo Hopper.
It's a 2-3.
2-3 with first strike and with backup 1.
Just couldn't remember what the base stats were. Played that card so little.
I have to imagine Trevor's probably, probably okay with just trading off a couple things here, knowing that
He's got his hand. Well,
Eugene's
I would assume he's got some gas in there.
just taking things away from Eugene, taking things away from the Boros player's board, not letting them get the backup engine going.
Island
Seems
here from
seems
Trevor.
good.
Attacking all, especially.
If he attacks, Eugene can. If Trevor has nothing, Eugene can double block with a Halo Hopper and a heel slasher on the 4/4, which, because the heel slasher is a 2/3,
It would still be a 1-for-1.
You know, only kill one of those creatures. So Trevor just thinking here about how to just maximize this turn with Trevor just being so, or Eugene being so far behind this game. I think Trevor here is just trying to figure out how to just maximize everything this turn, right? So I think we're going to move to combat. All right, so we're going to move to combat before anything.
Offering
And
some trades here.
Trevor's going to attack for 7.
See if Eugene does go for the double block, knowing about double smite in Trevor's deck.
You kind of have to at this point, right? I mean,
You could just
you
still
could
take
just block. You could just block the 3/3 on the 3/2 on the 3/3.
and the 4/3 on the 4/4. Yeah,
Yeah.
triple block going on to this 4/4. So I guess Eugene's trying to make this smite proof.
Smite number 1 coming in. There's a smite number 2.
Didn't really matter though, because Trevor
Yeah.
just had both of
And now
them.
Eugene is left here with no board and at 5 life.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that block because he ended up taking 3 more damage for no reason there.
Right, just take the trades and leave.
Oh, and he had the squadron.
Mountain, yeah, and a squadron looks like it's gonna try and lock things up here for Trevor. And
Yeah, and that's going to
Eugene
be the
gets in
match for
hand.
Trevor.
All
Very
right.
nice.